Hey there folks, this is David on David's Brain. Welcome back to our Let's Play of Kuni II, Revenant Kingdom, Tale of a Timeless Tome for the PS4. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and to my Patreon, links in the description at the bottom. Alright, so last time we managed to clear out through the fifth of the Higgledy memory lanes, and got ourselves, one berth for Roland, Renegazoo the Resolute. God, these names are weird. Let's see, did we already talk about it? Yep. So, oh yeah, just a little bit of a heads up, just to get a bit ahead of the curve, we have already managed to snag the key for the last one, and it looks like it's going to actually be relating to, well, yeah, you already know who it is. Well, okay, for those who don't know, well, I'll just let it be a surprise then. Oh yeah, and, yeah, just a little bit closer to getting the full spells for yeah, the maximum level of spells for everyone. Just need a little bit more Enlightened Wonder Waters left to go, which a couple of rounds of the Solstium should go and clear up. Let's see, anything else here? Nope. All right, let's unlock the Dark Higgledy. And I'm guessing if it's the dark one, I'm betting that this is not going to end out well for us. Alright, so spell it, Frank. This is it! The final key! This will open the last door for sure! A little cup that smells ever so strongly of dreams. Have you any idea where it might have come from, Evan? I do! It belongs to someone I always look forward to meeting. Although I can't help but worry why it might be him. Again, if this is the last one, I've got a feeling that, well, I'll just leave my suspicions for now. But there's no time for that now. The nightmares are getting stronger with every moment we waste. We have to get in there and rescue that Higgledy.
Boosh! Get in!
This will be our last little savouring adventure, eh? Let's give it everything we got, my lad. Yes, let's. The last, yes. Yes, of course, the last. Oh, ominous. Well, I suppose you best be off and see what kind of Higgledy we'll be meeting this time then, hadn't you? The last memory lane. Away you go, off to the magical land of mixed up memories. Alright, the last one, and, let's see, who should we go on? Yeah, there we go. That'll work. The China teacup. Alright. Flashback to the future! So it was your cup. There you are, Evan. It really is you, isn't it?
What?
I think that depends on what exactly you mean by really. I came to find you in your dreams, but some strange monsters attacked me, and I ended up lost in this place. Oh, so it really is you. Hey, quick question. Since you're basically time traveling, does that mean you have to go and leave your body behind? I don't know how that works with you.
Yeah.
Who's this, eh? Pile of yours? Long story. I'm sorry, can you give us a moment alone? This place is called the Memory Lane. It's made up of people's thoughts, dreams, and memories, all mixed together. Which means it wasn't just my dream you wandered into this time. Anyway, we're here to try and rescue a little creature called a Higgledy. I'm not sure what one of those is, but thanks. It's good to know a little bit more about this place at least. Most people are brought here by the memories, but that can't be true of you. You don't have any memories yet. Well, yeah, you know, unless... Well, how are you going to explain this one? I told you before that I could send my mind through time, didn't I? I just came to try and speak to you the same way I always do. So, yeah, your memories got sent to him and wound up in this place. Yeah, you send your mind through time. So, yeah, it is, so you basically follow Kingdom Hearts rules of time travel, eh? But it was different this time. Those monsters came and attacked me. I couldn't escape back to where I'm from. I was starting to get a bit worried, actually. Lucky you showed up when you did. So it's the Nightmare's fault, is it? Maybe you'll be able to go home and we'll get rid of them all.
All right.
Don't worry, I'll explain the situation to everyone, and we'll try and get you out of here. Oh, and also X-nay on the future Sun A, okay?
Hey.
Oh, I've been told I shouldn't interfere too much with the past, so I better not tell your friends who I really am. Yeah, the butterfly effect and all that. Why don't you call me Dina? Yeah, I'm your friend Dina, okay? Alright, Dina. Dina, Dinah, whatever.
Hello.
Everyone, I'd like to introduce you to somebody. This is my friend, Dina.
Really?
Oh, so he's a friend of yours all along. Why do I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before? I take it your friend has some matter of problem. A problem that must be solved in order to find our High Higgledy. I'm sorry, but I don't know what a High Higgledy is. Well, just keep yourself out of danger, laddie. And once we bag the monster head or two together, all will become clear, I'm sure. There seems to be the way of things in these accursed places. Thank you. I'll try not to get in the way. And what is it about this kid? Yeah, you can fool these guys, but you can't fool Roland. He knows a thing or two about age regression time travel. Again, just save it for the rest of us. Dina's the name I use when I want to go out and play without people knowing who I really am. So, yeah. So, was it like always like that, or you know, just when you decided to go out on an adventure on your own? Hydropolis has been lost for many years now. I miss the merfolk terribly. Huh? But didn't most of them move on over to Evermore, or... Alright, so yeah, we're gonna be getting some, well, okay, not exactly spoilers, but, well, yeah, we're gonna see how things play out, for this world, at least.
You shall go no further! Help me, friend!
Alright, so Dina. We'll go with that then. Alright, let's see. Oh, actually, how big is this split? Okay, not too bad.
Hey.
Where's the prince got to now? We're going to get an earful if we don't find him soon. I know. Why do we have to cook to bake a loaf of fresh bread? You know that smell always brings him running. But aren't you the head cook? Or unless you're like his kid or something like that. Oh, there's a big boy.
Your judgment is nigh! You shall go no further!
Lily. I'm gravely concerned about what the future may hold for the prince. Perhaps I should attempt to intervene somehow. So yeah, we're basically going to be seeing everyone in their future roles in the kingdom. Oh, first things first. Oh. Who? Ooh, hello. Black Rook's Brook. Ooh, Spirited Away Silk. Cute. Alright. Look lively! Now's not the time to be standing around looking lost. Let's... Enemies, eh? So, yeah, wonder what Evermore's gonna be dealing with later on. Still worth it. Yeah, this is the place to be to go and get these ultra-exclusive, ultra-rare materials, I guess. I wonder if that means that... yeah, no, it doesn't look like there's going to be any way to modify the, forgeable Nascanars back in Evermore. Or that might change once I trace my way through the Coliseum. Yeah, we'll see a little bit. Alice, why do you have this horrible, evil purple aura around you? Strange. The prince is part of the royal family, but he doesn't have Grimalkin ears or a tail. Or is that just like your natural aura, I guess? And yeah, Dinny is, or Dina, yeah, in case you couldn't tell, Dina is Evan's son from the future, but, yeah, doesn't have Grimalkin ears or tails, so, figure that one out. Let's see. A betentacled beast lies ahead who will greet those brave or foolhardy to fight with blasts of pure light and formidable freezing strikes. Alright, so beams of light, eh? Alright, so what did it say was vulnerable to again? Let's see, freezing and darkness. Got it. Alright, oh wow, that thing is big! Okay, let's get to work here.
Good luck, everyone!
This ends now! Show me your power! You shall go no further! You're gone. Beat this! Let's end this! Beat this! You're gone. Beat this! You're gone.
All right, let's see what this new pair of shoes are, and they are hardy. Oh, that's disappointing. Yeah, you think that getting something for these things would actually mean, you know, something actually usable, but I'm just repeating the same complaint over and over again, aren't I? Alright, moving on to scene number 2.
What am I supposed to do, Evan? I've been trying to get home, but it's not working. There's this strange force stopping me every time I try. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to wake up. This has never happened before. I don't know what to do. The nightmares are probably stopping you, but we're all here to help, so there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, it's just simple.
Thanks, Evan. Please don't think I'm completely useless, will you? I can set my mind through time, and I'm a quick learner, and I'm really good at sports.
Huh.
Which might be why I've never felt so worried. My dad didn't tell me what to do if this happens.
Yeah, Evan, you might want to go and jot that down for later.
Oh my!
He didn't. I mean, I'm sorry. Oh, that's all right. I'm just a bit frustrated, that's all. I'm sure he had good reason. And by the way, you said these memory lane places were made up of different people's memories, didn't you? Well, that must be true, because I keep seeing familiar faces from around the castle. They're saying the same old things as always, but some of them look so much younger. I'm having lots of fun talking to them all. That's the Dina I know. You carry on enjoying yourself and we'll clear the way of monsters. Alright. Thanks, Evan.
Yeah, just make sure you remember it come Father's Day, alright? I mean, hey, this ain't free and all. Let's see. Ooh, big one.
Wow.
So yeah, Longmane becomes captain of the guards, and yeah, this is pretty interesting. Good job, guys. Let's see, any surprise around here? There we go. Still better than nothing. See anything around here?
Good luck, everyone.
Oh, is that a dragon there?
I'm Norbert, the Royal Secretary. It's my duty to record everything from battlefield statistics to the contents of the Prince's dreams.
Well then, make sure you commit this little match to memory, kid.
You'll be over in no time.
Don't let me down. Make yourselves useful.
Knock your socks off.
Take that.
Ready or not, here we go.
Let's see, anything else in here? Nope. Alright. Well, hey, we all gotta start from somewhere. Oh, there's another room with a big monster in there. Giddy.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
And yet no title for Hoiden, huh? Hmm. Kinda odd.
I'm raring to go.
Take that.
Here I come.
Ah, there we go. Alright, a little further left. Oh, look, there's the bouncers.
You ready for this?
Hey.
Hmm. Yeah, so something's going after after Dina, eh? Let's see. The veritable mountain of muscle that doth await thee will not be felled by close-range strikes. Be sure that thou art armed with sufficient missiles before the battle. Missiles, eh? Let's see, where is the... Ah, here we go. Alright, this should do... Oh, wait, almost forgot. Better check the weaknesses of this thing. Let's see, it's a... And yeah, I was vulnerable to light, right? Right. Alright, this should be good to go. Oh, not you again! And... Is that the High Higgledy?
Come on!
And down you go. Yeah, I swear I thought I saw the High Higgledy over there. Windy Glorious Gladius. This'll do. Oh, finally, a weapon I can actually use here. Okay, moving on along. Alright, once we're through here, we'll finally reach the nightmare and see what all this is all about. And yeah, that nightmare knowing that Adina can travel through time is... Ooh.
Hello?
We destroy even more of the nightmares. Can you still not make it home? Evan, these memory lanes. They're made with people's real thoughts and feelings, aren't they?
Oh god, he's feeling self-doubt about himself, always being compared to his dad, and yep, I can see where this is going.
Well, yes, but why do you ask?
No reason.
Dina?
Come on, fess up. Or no, never mind. Huh? Oh, a bronze ignet. Okay.
Yes.
I'll never be a great king like my father. Everyone thinks so, even they won't say it to my face.
Oh, yeah. Can I call it or can I call it? Alright, nothing behind the throne. Good.
Can the prince really be the son of such noble parents? He's such a puffed up little so-and-so. Where's the humility, I ask you? The thought of him becoming king one day really is a worry. He'll be a pitiless despot, and no mistake. Oh, you look a little angry. You are angry, aren't you? I'm sorry if I touched a nerve, but the truth can sometimes hurt.
Yeah, that's the nightmare in disguise, I know it. Yeah, this is just part of the nightmare's mind games. Just trying to, I don't know, get him to succumb to despair or something, or, you know.
Dina, I've never heard of him. And if that child I've never heard of him. And if that child I've never heard of comes back from his latest little adventure in mind travel, I certainly shall not be complaining. But a king must have an heir, you say? Then let him have another child, and I'll try to make it a nice one this time. A nice new child without any strange and disturbing powers.
Yeah, laying on a little thick there, aren't you, pal? Oh, what? Dina's a mutant or something like that? Oh. Can't believe I almost missed that one.
Yes.
The son of a king who is betrayed must in turn be betrayed himself. Ah, this latest event will surely go down as one of the most farcical episodes in history. Have you not heard? His adoring people have sold him out to our enemies. It would be better had he not returned, better that he never returned. His subjects cannot bear him.
A little context, please. Oh. Just making sure to check.
We have no need of Ferdinand. Everyone has been happier since he left. I'm tired of being told that he, of all people, will be the king to unite the world. Perhaps if I biffed him squarely on the nose, he might think twice about telling such lies. Maybe I should biff him twice, just to be sure. More even.
Excuse me.
Well, again, if the...
Adina's done a runner!
Golly.
And he's gone. Okay, Dina. Okay, you know what? Just forget it. I'm dropping the pretense here. Ferdinand, you got some splaining to do here. What's the dealio, yo? Let's see here. A four-legged beast birthed from a bad dream doth await thee. Brace thyself with poisonous assaults and blasts of brightest light paired with deepest darkness. Alright, so this guy's vulnerable to wind, eh? Let's see. Let's see. There's Tanny's. There's Roland's Windy Glorious Gladius. Yeah, I knew something was off with those guys with the purple auras. Yeah, betting those were just the nightmares of disguise trying to sow down in Ferdinand's mind. Let's see, where is the... There we go. Oh, there's Ferdinand.
If memory lanes are made with people's real thoughts and feelings, then that means everybody really thinks those things they were saying about me.
Hello?
No, that's not what they really think. Can't you see? Something's wrong with this place. None of this is real. But it must be based on something real, mustn't it? Which means they must believe what they were saying at least a little. I could always tell they thought deep down that I was stuck up and rude and badly behaved. I'll never be like my dad.
Oh, come on!
Oh, will you please stop feeling so sorry for yourself?
Yeah, listen to your mom there.
You're going to be a king one day, aren't you? And not just any king, an even better one than Evan, right?
Now listen here.
What's got under your skin all of a sudden, girlie?
I'm not sure, but I know that what I'm saying is what he needs to hear.
Oi!
Anyway, haven't you been listening? They're all worried sick about you back home. They've been going on like that for ages now. Prince Ferd, what? If you do not all be so sad. I cast... Look, if I got you, be strong. Return to... Oh, now there's voices. It seems he has been in a nightmare. We must do all we can help him.
You must into this. Have to be. How will you surpass otherwise? Ah, there's the beast.
Never return. We will biff you, puffed up prince with strange powers.
Oh yeah, you in what army there, butthead?
Flippin' act, man!
Whatever the flip this thing is, I don't like the look of it. It's you who trapped me in this nightmare, isn't it? Well, you won't keep me here any longer. There are people waiting for me back home, and they're worried about me. I swore I'd be an even better king than my father, and I mean to keep that promise, which means I need to believe in my friends even more than he did, and not get tricked by stupid illusions. Dina!
I'm not sure why they're doing this, but I think we know why they came to this memory lane at least.
Yes.
They appear to want to trap the child here and break his spirit. Does that mean there ain't even no Higgledy to be had?
Hey!
Does that matter? The kid's in danger.
Yeah, get your priorities straight, bud.
We need to ward that thing and set Dina free from this nightmare. He has to make it back home.
Alright!
We've only ever talked when we met before, Dina, but now it's time to show you how I fight.
Intriguing. If all of you perish here, what will become of our own age? I fear the answer, and yet I must see it come to pass.
Leave this to me!
Let's end this. Take that!
This'll knock your socks.
Yeah, this shape piece is actually pretty tough.
Ready or not, here we come! This'll knock your socks off. Ready or not? Say your prayer. This'll knock your socks off.
Wait! Grab this! You're mine. Let's end this. You're mine. Let's end this. Eat this. You're mine.
There we go. Whew. And yes, Batu, there was a high Higgledy to get, you selfish goon. Caught swallowed the confident.
Ah, so Dina did have something to do with the high Higgledy after all.
Alright, alright, Ferdinand, let's see what you got here. The boy would come to be known to future generations as King Ferdinand, the man by whose hand the first declaration to unite all the world would be signed, just as the great seer Bodley prophesied on the day of his birth. He was raised in the happy comfort of Evermore, surrounded by smiles and people who loved him dearly. He inherited King Evan's wisdom and intellect, and spent his days listening to the heroic tales of his father's companions. It was they who impressed upon him his status as one chosen for greatness. And Ferdinand was possessed of a power that even his esteemed father could not boast. He was able to send his mind through time and space. Thanks to this great gift, he amassed wisdom far beyond his years while still a mere child. And with great wisdom comes great aptitude for magic. Truly he was blessed beyond all measure. So blessed, in fact, that certain of his people could not help but balk at such precociousness. Upon learning that these whisperings were abroad, he curbed the urge to use his gifts so often. But there was one journey his mind could not resist the urge to take. He had to know firsthand how his father had built the kingdom of Evermore. And so he traveled back to speak with him, with Evan's own blessing. On these visits, he learned of how his father, while still only a boy, united the 5 great realms under the Declaration of Interdependence. But these were not all the nations of the world. There were others, smaller perhaps, but nations just the same. Some were poor, some were locked in endless conflict, some even set the conquest of Evermore in their sights. And for these sworn enemies of Evermore, nothing was more irksome than the seemingly perfect young king. For Ferdinand would send his fine mind soaring through time and space, and not a single scheme could ever hope to outrun it. His enemies realized at length that their only chance of thwarting the prophecy and preventing him from uniting all the peoples of the world was to eliminate him while he was still yet young. They contrived to hide themselves among the masses who flocked to Evermore to build a better future, and hoped that an opening might present itself. And so it did. When the moment came, the young king was lured into a sorcerous ceremony that robbed him of the ability to use his great gift. A powerful sorcerer contrived to trap him in a memory lane through the use of nightmares they had come to be able to control. It was reasoned that if he could be trapped in a dream of times past, none of his own time would be able to help him. The nightmares did not strike first. They bided their time, waiting for his resolve to weaken. And they would wait however long it took, be it years, or decades, or centuries. But in the end, they did not have to wait that long. For though Ferdinand was indeed a confident young man, he was yet young enough to doubt himself. Rather than attack him directly and risk kindling the flames of his defiance, the nightmares employed more subtle means to worm their wicked tendrils into the poor boy's heart. Surrounding him with familiar faces from his own memories of Evermore, they whispered cruel falsehoods within his hearing, slowly chipping away at his brittle self-belief. What if my people hate me? His deepest fears and his enemies' wicked machinations conspired to push him perilously close to disaster there in that strange place. But as luck would have it, Evan and his friends arrived in search of a Higgledy and saved him from a fate worse than death. The young king was able to make his way home at last. When he arrived, he would have to face the foe who had gone to such great lengths to try and trap him. But he would prevail in the end. He was mighty Ferdinand, after all. He had sworn to surpass even his father, and he did not intend to break that promise. Indeed, the events which unfolded there in that memory lane may be said to have set him on the path, for they represented his first true test as king, Ferdinand's very own trial of courage.
I'm sorry to have dragged you into this, everyone, but thanks all the same. Without your help, I could never have come to my senses. But now I think I understand. Someone was controlling these nightmares. Someone from my own time. Interdimensional political intrigue. There's never a dull moment down these memory lanes, huh?
Nope.
Flippin' heck.
But you have to be insanely powerful to do something like that, wouldn't you? And don't worry. Now that I've got my powers back, I'm more than a match for anyone. Thanks so much for all your help.
But...
Are you sure you'll be alright? I couldn't bear the thought of you being in danger. This is my problem, in my time. I have to be able to solve it myself. With a little help from the people of Evermore, of course. And besides, it sounds like you have problems of your own to be worrying about. You needed this Higgledy for something, didn't you?
Evan?
Seeing you like that really gave me a confidence boost. If I've inherited even half of your skills, I'll be just fine. So don't worry about me. You get back to do what you have to do, Mr. Savior. Well, I think all the Savior business is pretty much dealt with. We have the final High Higgledy now, after all. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Anyway, see you in the future.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Mother will be worried sick about me. I need to be on my way.
Oh,
Your mother, my wife, remind me, who is it that I end up marrying?
No spoilers.
right.
I told you, I'm not supposed to interfere with the past. Sorry, but you're just going to have to wait to find that one out.
Hey,
But I suppose it's not fair if I'm the only one of us with a secret. Alright, you have to promise me not to tell the future me about everything that happened here, okay? If I learn about it from you first, I'll never be able to believe in myself enough to make a Higgledy. I think I'm going to make this my last bit of mind travel for now, too.
see you.
Anyway, bye, Father. See you soon.
Yeah, see you in the future, boyo. Yep, we got all 6 High Higgledies. They're back! They're back! Hello, hello, hello! And hello to this little fellow, too! Our last High Higgledy at long, long last.
Wait, so we just met your son, Evan? He didn't look anything like you.
Uh-huh.
So you wind up calling your son Ferdinand, huh? Like your style, naming after the first king ever to unite the world.
Yes.
We must count ourselves lucky that we were troubled by interference for the future only on our last adventure, and that we returned with a High Higgledy at all. So he was, and you was, and we was, my head's fit to burst with the mess of it all. Well, let me congratulate you all on a job well done. That's all the High Higgledies accounted for at last. And you say that someone from the future was controlling the nightmares this time? It's a good thing that you got our little friend out when you did. A happy ending for one and all.
But...
We can't just leave the nightmares alone now, can we? They only keep causing trouble. But trouble of a sort you need not concern yourself with, surely. After all, they are only able to cause mischief in memory lanes.
Oh, come on.
Well, for now at least.
Well,
Indeed, one of them spoke of escaping the confines of the memory lane. Surely it is only a matter of time. You really think so? Truly? Really and truly? Shouldn't you be a little more worried about this? I hate to remind you, but the doors will come through all open right here in your little hideout. Perhaps it is a little risky to lead them to their own devices. Oh god, stop! Please, zoom out, get away from him, he is very, very creepy.
Now listen here.
Oh, come now, Kirsty, do you really did you expect us to believe you had us trace around after all your cursed spritlings, only to have us send here, you long-eared swindlery?
Hello.
Of course we can't leave them to their own devices. We have to stop them. We have to stop the Horned One.
hey,
What's gotten into you? Oh, here it comes. Oh, forgive me. But this has nothing to do at all with the Horned One. Oh no, the source of this particular wickedness lies somewhere else entirely.
What?
It does.
Oh, great thing. Things get so exciting from here on out. So few people know the true truth of it all. Will you go there with me? Will you set foot in that place? Will you become true saviors at long last?
Oh,
Are you alright?
flip it, Ackman!
You're all excited because you thought we'd bow out once all that Higgledy stuff was done and dusted, ain't it?
Excited is putting it mildly, my little yellow friend. This was all a test. Yes, a test. I'm so happy you passed it. So very, very happy. If you really, truly meant what you said, at least, if you wake up from this dream and dive into it again and still feel the very same way. If you do, then the sacred duty of the true saviors awaits. Oh, yes, it does. I am terrified beyond all belief right now. Alright, well, let's go and collect that manuscript, level up this new Higgledy, and... Oh yeah, speaking of... Let's see, where is it? Here it is, Codswallop the Confident. One of the High Higgledies, a very special type of sprite forged from a pure human emotion. This Higgledy was born from confidence, the heaven-sent strength to believe in oneself, though it is sometimes a little anxious about others' opinions of it. You'll get over it. Let's see, where is it?
Excuse me.
I dreamed last night that I was playing with a young boy with blue hair. When I awoke, I was surprised to find this letter under my pillow.
Thank you.
Yes.
I think it best if you have it, Your Majesty. Though I am intrigued as to its contents, I cannot afford to be distracted.
Yeah, no, don't worry. You'll get there soon enough. Alright, let's level up this new High Higgledy and then get ready for whatever that creepy bunny has got in store for us. Yeah, the source of the nightmares, and who's pulling their strings, and yeah, what exactly he's doing here. Let's see here. Bones, eh? No bones about it. Alright. Just a little quick save here, and then we'll be ready to go and take go through that last door and see what all the Higgledy mess was about. So, until next time, folks. This is David on David's Brain. See you when I see you. Bye-bye.